What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Power Hour here on Picks and Parlays. My name's Allie Burns, and we're about to talk some college football and NFL that's all going down this weekend. Before we get started, I got to tell you guys about NoHouseAdvantage.com. This is for all of you fantasy players out there, okay? It's a new platform, and it is changing the game by offering some of the most dynamic fantasy sports platforms available today. So it's a really big deal. Head over to nohouseadvantage.com to get your fantasy on. All right. So we're going to start out today with a 2-team college football parlay. And we're going to start out with Terry Edelman to do some football talking. How's it going, Terry?
Pretty good, Ollie. It's nice to be back on. I think this is our first time with you on Power Hour, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited about the parlays. I like getting. I'm 4-0 now on the Power
Yes.
Hour parlays. I've not lost one yet, and excited to keep it going. These two games I really like, so I parlay them together, and we have a nice plus money parlay here.
I love plus money. That's why I'm called the plus money honey. Okay, so let's start out. We've got TCU -7 at West Virginia. The total on this one is 68.5. How are you going to take the first leg of your 2-team college football parlay?
I have TCU money line here. Basically, the only thing that is against them is that they're on the road. Other than that, I think they're clearly the better team. They're 7-0 on the year, 5-1-1 against the spread, and their last 4 wins have been against ranked teams. So I think this is a good spot for them to keep on winning. Obviously, the spread's 7.5, so I have the money line here, parlayed with another team. I like TCU. I think they definitely win the game, and I just need them to win. I don't need them to cover any spread. Just need them to win.
All right, all right. Yeah, West Virginia can be a rough spot to play in. I say this every time we talk about playing West Virginia at home. Getting there is a little bit difficult, but I like TCU, especially on the money line. I do like TCU a lot in this spot. So talk to me about Notre Dame at Syracuse. We got the orange -2.5 at home. The total on this one's a 47.5.
Yeah, Syracuse. I'm 2-0 betting on them this year. I've had success with this team. Obviously, they were in the parlay, I believe, last week for me. I had them plus the points against Clemson, and they covered. They covered that. So um, I Notre Dame is kind of underachieved, I think, based what some people would have think. And I think Syracuse has kind of surprised people. So I like them at home here on the money line. That's my second leg. 6-1 on the year, 6-1 against the spread. I think they keep on going here with another win, and I have that parlayed with TCU.
Beautiful. Okay, so that's the way we're going to do it. TCU and Syracuse together on the money line is going to pay you plus 144. That is your 2-team college football parlay from Terry Edelman. Don't forget, guys, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. And if you're looking for more of Terry's premium plays, head over to picksandparlays.net. Use the promo code NBA. It's going to save you 25% off of whatever you snag from Terry Edelman on the site. All right, so let's roll into Sunday Night Football. We're talking the Packers at the Bills. The Bills are -11. This is a lot of points, and I understand why. Like, I get it. I get it. Packers, Bills, yay. But 11 points is a lot. Total on this one's 47.5. Do I lay it, Terry? What do I do here? Talk to me.
Well, this game, I like Buffalo. Buffalo is going to win this game,
Yeah.
but like you said, 11 points is a lot. So when I really looked into this game deeply, I think that the total on the side may not be the best play. I think actually props might be the way to go in this one. And there's one guy I'm focusing in here on Stephon Diggs. I think we're going to have a big night from Stephon Diggs. He's hitting over 100 receiving yards in most of his games. 78.5 -115. I think he finds the end zone as well and gets a touchdown. 6 games so far, 6 touchdowns. Um, he did have 3 in the one game, but he didn't find the end zone in a couple. But in his last 2, he has got a touchdown. I think he gets a touchdown here on primetime against the Packers. Obviously, as a former Viking, he doesn't obviously still have the rivalry with the Packers, but he definitely, I think, will want to stick it to them a little bit. So I think he has a big game here, and I like the Diggs touchdown and receiving yards props.
All right. I mean, yeah, maybe he's not a Viking, but I don't feel like that's a rivalry you lose. Vikings,
Yeah,
Packers.
you don't just forget it because you move on,
Yeah, it's like at that
especially
point,
that
it's
one.
in your blood. You just want to crush the Packers whenever you see them.
Yeah.
It's just in your blood. That's what it's all about here. Okay, so Stephon Diggs, anytime touchdown and over 78.5 receiving yards. Those are your two player props for the Packers at the Bills. That Bills line opened at 8.5, and it's moved all the way up to 11. So a lot of action coming in on the Bills. I feel like it just might be too many points at this point. If you're looking for Terry Edelman's premium plays, head over to picksandparlays.net. Use that promo code NBA to save you 25% off whatever you get from Terry. And don't forget, please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, share it out with your friends. The Power Hour is on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for coming on, Terry. Always great to see you.
Thanks, Allie. Have a good one.
You too. All right, guys. Up next, I've got expert handicapper Chip Chirimbus here. We're going to talk some college football and we're going to talk some pros. We're going to start it off with Pittsburgh at North Carolina. Hi, Chip Chirimbus. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Allie. How are things in Las Vegas?
Beautiful as ever. It's finally getting chill here. It's feeling like fall. It's feeling like football season is what it feels
Summer's
like.
over. That's for sure.
Oh, thank goodness. It was a hot talk about sweating. You want to sweat a game, you can just sweat in your real life here in Vegas. Pittsburgh is at UNC. Tar Heels are -3 and the total 65.5 on this Saturday game. What are we thinking on this one, Chip?
Well, here we have Carolina has one of the top offenses in the country, averaging 506 yards a game on offense and allowing 476 yards. So you can expect 1,000 yards of total offense from both sides when Carolina is involved in the game. 2 weeks ago, they beat Duke 38-35 as a non-cover. As a matter of fact, we had Duke as part of our winning parlay that Saturday right here. And after a bye week, Carolina goes to the over 10 of the last 13 times. Now, their quarterback, Drake May, has been absolutely outstanding. He's got a nation's leading 11.4 yards per completion and completing over 70% of his passes. He's got an unbelievable 184.8 quarterback rating, and that's way off the charts. Pittsburgh's coming off a dreadful performance against Louisville. They get beat 24-10. They've lost their last two, and they're 0-6 at North Carolina. And offensively, they're putting up 416 yards and averaging almost 32 points a game. So I can see Pittsburgh putting up points. I see North Carolina giving up points. And I see Carolina scoring, of course. I think the game goes over. 4 of the last 5 meetings have gone over the total. Pittsburgh is 4-0 to the over against winning teams. So Carolina's averaging almost 42 points a game as well. And they're 10, like I said before, they're 10-3 to the over after a bye week. They've had time to prepare. I think this game goes over the total. I see plenty of offense between Pitt and the Tar Heels.
Love these in-conference. Love my ACC, first of all. That. These in-conference games can get really heated in this conference. So over 65.5 is the way that we're going to roll. Chip Chirimbus is number 1 in the NFL. No, number 2. 1, 2. In the college, number 1 in college football on the site. That's what it is. You are number 1 in college football over at picksandparlays.net. Use the promo code NBA to save 25% off of all of Chip's best bets over at picksandparlays.net. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. We're on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, Chip, let's move into the NFL. We got a game here. Bengals are -3 at the Browns. This is an in-state rivalry here. The total is 45. What do you say about this one?
All right, let me start by saying that on Thursday, Sunday, and Monday nights, I was 11-2 on the season until Thursday night. I stubbed my toe with Tampa Bay. But I like a side in this game as well on Monday night. But here we see Cincinnati, who's now without Lamar Chase. He's gone. They're 5-2 against the number on the year, but 5-2 to the under. And that's kind of surprising because you would think that with Joe Burrow there, that the Bengals would be putting up a few more points. Cleveland, on the other hand, with brisket or maybe it's a roast beef sandwich, is 5-2 to the over. Their passing is 22nd in the NFL. They only put up 214 yards in the air, which is not good in NFL standards nowadays. Meanwhile, Cincinnati struggles running the ball, 28th, 85 a game, 87 yards a game, as a matter of fact. And that's why they rely on Chase is down this week, and he's down for the next 6 weeks. I think it's going to affect the Bengals offense. So they're 8-0 together are the Bengals in their last 8 games against AFC opponents. They're 10-2 to the under in their last 12 overall, and 19-6 to the under on the road are the Bengals. The Bengals and the Browns should stay under on Monday night. Now I know they like fireworks, but we didn't see Thursday in that Tampa Bay game with a very low score with the Ravens. I expect the same thing to happen here on Monday. Browns, Bengals stay under the total in the great state of Ohio.
All right, under 45. I was kind of leaning towards the Browns here, just coming off that really close loss to the Ravens last week. And I know the Bengals kind of smashed on the Falcons, I believe it was, but I kind of feel like this Browns team is a little bit hungry. They've got a sour taste in their mouth, and they're getting 3 at home. So I was just kind of leaning that way. But Chip is the expert, and he's going to go under 45 points. Yep. Check him out over at picksandparlays.net and use that promo code NBA to save you 25% off whatever you buy from Chip. Don't forget also, like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Picks and Parlays Power Hour is on every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern.